Iruka cries every blessed day. Sometimes she will cry beside the grave of her son, and sometimes she will sleep off beside the grave, only to be waken up by Chike, Obiozo's closest and best friend. Chike will always come to check on Iruka. He would go to the farm, he would fetch her water, he would make sure that she is happy, even though he misses his friends too. But he makes sure that he tries to fill the gap of his friend in the life of Iruka. This particular day, Iruka dozed off while she mourned her son. She cried herself to sleep. Then she saw herself in the dream. Someone came to her. A faceless figure. She could not see the face. The person greeted her. "Oh woman, you have found favor in the eyes of Oseploa, the god of creation." He handed her an egg and disappeared. Iruka woke up. What could this mean? An egg symbolizes a new life. Why was she handed an egg in her sleep? Iruka pondered over this, but still yet she could not understand what the dream means. She only prayed and asked the gods that their will should be done. In the land of Umunato, where Obiozo's spirit has sojourned and roams around in form of a human being with his heavily pregnant wife, every day he prays to the gods to grant his wife safe delivery. Obiozo was hopeful that his wife Irima delivers safely, and he was also prayerful that no one finds out about his secrets. On that fateful day, Irima went into labor. She had a very tough labor and a painful one, very long labor. Obiozo was pacing around the whole compound, praying to the gods to grant him a child. Even if he can give his mother one child, then his soul can rest in peace. The midwives tried. They tried and tried, but it was tough. The child was coming out with the leg, and in the custom and tradition, it was a taboo. Obiozo zoomed off. He ran to the house of the Dibia in that community. When he got there, the Dibia looked at him and said to him, "I know you, Obiozo, the son of Iruka." Obiozo was scared. The Dibia said, "I know why you are here." He called Obiozo a restless soul. He gave him a kola nut and alligator pepper. He told him that when he gets to where his wife is delivering, that he should take the kola nut, walk around his wife 4 times, take the alligator pepper, open it from his back, drop 4 pieces on the bed where his wife is delivering. When he comes outside, he should break the kola nut and pour it out in the open space. After doing that the wife would deliver peacefully. Obiozo got home. He walked around his wife with the kola nuts and the alligator pepper. Immediately, he finished the ritual. The sound of a child's cry echoed in the compound of Obiozo. The midwives came out and shouted, "Obiozo, you are a man. Congratulations. Your wife just delivered of a bouncing baby boy." Obiozo screamed. He couldn't hold his joy. He ran around the compound. He jumped up. He could not hold his joy. He was going to explode with happiness. He was so happy. Finally, the gods answered his prayers. When they brought the baby to him, he carried the child and lifted it up to the sky and said, "His name will be called Ahamefula." In Igbo land, that name Ahamefula means "my name will not be forgotten." Everybody came to his house. they celebrated the birth of a new child. Meanwhile, in the land of Umobum, Ugobemma was pregnant, but she has already passed her due date. Yet, there was no sign of labor. She was always in pain. Everybody said, "This is an abomination for a woman to carry a pregnancy more than 11 months. Yet, there is no sign of labor, no sign that the child will be coming out anytime soon." But all the Dibia house he went to, nobody could fathom the reason why his wife is yet to deliver of the child. He was frustrated. He was sad. The whole village laughs at them and suspects them. Uncle Onkwe's 2 sons started roaming around the village, causing havoc. The other one was a thief. He steals from everybody in the village, while the other one was a chronic smoker and a rapist. Nobody knew what was happening. Nobody understood why everything was turning upside down. But Iruka never stopped her lamentation and her curse. She cursed every morning and night unto those that had hands in the death of her son. She cursed them with the sand of the earth, that nothing good will ever come out of their household. On that fateful day, Uncle Onkwe's son went to steal from the royal household. He stole from the king a beautiful jewelry which he had bought for his wife, and he was caught by the palace guard. No one who steals in the community is being left alive. The king passed the judgment that he will be stoned to death. The whole villagers gathered, took him to the bush, and he was stoned to death. Uncle Onkwe cried. He could not believe what happened. That was not the first time of him stealing. He has been stealing from the whole community, and the king has been lenient with him. His second son was caught in the act of raping a young girl. The king was furious and asked, "Is this family cursed?" He took pity on the tears of Onkwe's wife. Instead of killing the son, which was the punishment for anyone caught raping any young maiden in that community, he decided to banish him from the land, never to return to that land again. Onkwe's face was covered with shame. He could not believe what happened to his life in a twinkle of an eye. His wife cried every day. She asked, "What kind of evil has befallen me and my household?" Tears and grief became their food as they weep for their dead child and their banished son. Finally, Ugobemma went into labor at the 12th month of her pregnancy. The midwives came, took her into the room. After pushing for a very long time, then the baby came forth, only for the midwives to see that the child is already dead before coming out of the mother's womb. Ugobemma cried. Ositademma cried like a child. He said, "What is wrong? Why have death and dissolution visit my household?" Ugobemma cried for her dead child, cried that her child wasn't able to suckle her breast. She kept cursing her husband, Ositademma, asking him, "What did you do? Why is strange things happening in our household? Where did you put your hands? Did you stain your hands with blood? Why did the gods decide to punish me for what I know nothing about?" Obiozo's wife, Erima, took in the second time, and this time she gave birth to a baby girl, and Obiozo named her Nneka. She was so beautiful. She has a striking resemblance with Obiozo's mother, Iruka. Then Obiozo named her Nneka. Years passed. They were peaceful. They lived a peaceful life in that community. Obiozo loved his children, but he knew deep down in his heart that he has no time anymore. Then one day, He woke up from sleep and he in the middle of the night, then he tapped his wife, Erima, and she woke up. I have a confession to make. Then he said to Erima, my mother is still alive and she lives in the community of Umuobo. Erima was shocked. For a moment, she tried to digest what she just heard. Your mother is still alive, but you lied to us that you are an orphan. He said yes, that he did not have the time to invite his mother over for the marriage. Erima said, okay. So when are we going to go and visit your mother? He said, it's not yet time. When the time is right, I will let you know. Erima pondered through what the husband has told her in the night, which she confided to her sister Ada. Ada said, this is strange. Why would he not invite his mother over for your marriage? And why have he not said anything about her till now? But Erima decided not to think much about it since he had already promised that they will visit her soon. Obiozo visited the native doctor that helped him to deliver his child. He had gone to the native doctor to thank him for the safe delivery of his first child and his second child. He went to thank him for the help he had rendered to him. When he got to the shrine of the native doctor with his yam and fowl, the native doctor called him Obiozo, son of the wind. It is time. Go and prepare your household. The words shocked Obiozo. He was in tears. He only came to thank the native doctor, but the gods delivered another message to him that it is time, that his mission has been fulfilled. Obiozo got home, sober. His wife called him, Nai, why do you look so down? What is the problem? He said, nothing. Give me food to eat. Then the wife brought his food. After eating, he called his wife and said to her, we need to talk. The wife said, okay. Nanya can hear you. He said to his wife with a sober voice, it is time for us to visit my mother in the land of Umobom. Prepare the kids, pack all our belongings, everything, because we are going back to my land. There was so much pain in his voice, but the wife could not understand why he was sad about going to see his own mother. That fateful day, they bade farewell to the land. Erima bade farewell to her sister. They were happy and sad at the same time because they were going to miss Obiozo. They embarked on the journey. They traveled for 3 days and 3 nights before they got to the boundary of Umobom. Then Obiozo said to his wife, Erima, take the kids. Keep going. I need to perform a ritual before I can enter the land of my fathers. I have been away for a very long time and I need to see the Dibia before I could enter into my father's compound. Erima asked him, can't all of us go to the Dibia and perform the rituals? He said no. When it's time, you will come for your own rituals, but let me go first and perform the ritual. I will join you people in my father's compound. Then he directed them on where to go to. So Erima took the children, Ahamefula and Nneka. As they go further, Obiozo only stood there and looked at them with tears in his eyes, but he was happy. Then he disappeared. So Erima saw Chike on the way and he asked Chike, I am looking for the house of Iruka, the mother of Obiozo. Chike looked at her and said, yes, Obiozo is my friend, my best friend. Who are you? And where are you from? You are not from this village. She said, yes, I am the wife of Obiozo. We just came in to see the mother. Chike was shocked. Obiozo. And she said, yes, my husband. He is my husband. We just came in now. But he said he needed to do some rituals at the shrine. He would join us after the ritual at his father's compound. Chike was shocked and said, okay, let me take you to the house of Iruka. Chike carried Erima and the children to the house of Iruka. Then he called Nne. Iruka came out from her hut. The first place her eyes went to was the little boy, Ahamefula. When she saw Ahamefula, she had goosebumps. It was a replica of her dead son, Obiozo. And she asked them, who are they? Then Erima explained, Nne, Ndewo, I am your daughter-in-law, Erima. My husband, Obiozo, went to the shrine to perform rituals. He said he would join us after. For some reason, Erima did not doubt what she said, but she was scared and surprised. How did it happen? Everybody was looking at her. Obiozo is dead, they said to her. Which Obiozo are you talking about? Then she said, Obiozo. He went to the shrine. He will be back. Nne, don't worry. He will be back. You will see him. Everybody was confused. The villagers has already gathered in the compound. What is going on? What does she mean by her husband, Obiozo? This has never happened in this community before. How did Obiozo give birth to a child? Or is it that Obiozo is a twin? So many questions were going through the minds of the villagers. Meanwhile, Obiozo had already appeared to the village chief priest and told him what to do. Then the chief priest came to the compound of Iruka while everybody was still in shock. He laughed and said, Obiozo, the son of the wind, welcome home. That was what he said to the children of Obiozo. The mother jumped up, carried Ahamefula up, and said, yes, when I saw him, I knew that this is my son. Obiozo, my son. Obiozo, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my son. Welcome back. Welcome back, Obiozo. I know that you will come back. Welcome back, Obiozo. As she carried Ahamefula, she cried. She kept saying, Obiozo, welcome back. Welcome back, Obiozo. Welcome back, my son. Ahamefula, your name will never be forgotten. The village was thrown into an uproar. Never before had such a thing been heard of. The Dibia confirmed, yes, that they are the children of Obiozo, that he was given a second chance in another land where he had children that will console his mother. The wife was still in shock. She did not understand what was going on. Why is people saying welcome back? Why is the native doctor here? Where is her husband? The native doctor explained to her that she has been living with a ghost, the restless spirit of Obiozo. She was in shock that she passed out. She was revived back by the native doctor, who explained everything to her, that Obiozo died an untimely death and decided to come to another community where no one knows him, so that he can bear children to keep his lineage. Erima cried her eyes out. She could not believe that she has been living with a ghost. But with the smile and the comfort of Iruka, she felt at home. She was at peace with her soul. She was happy that she now has a mother, and she decided to live with Iruka all the days of her life. The native doctor took the children and the mother and performed a ritual for them. to cleanse them and disassociate them from the spirits of Obiozo so that he can finally rest in peace. After the ritual, they were all accepted into the community as one of them. Obiozo only appeared one last time to the compound of his father. He saw his mother happy. Obiozo disappeared. His spirit never appeared again. He found rest in the bosom of his ancestors. Ositadimma and Onkwe had a hand in the death of Obiozo. The curse of the widow, the earth listened and established punishment on them. Onkwe died a lonely man without any child. So did Ositadimma. After the death of the child that was delivered, Ugobemma never conceived again. He was sterile for the rest of his life. He died a lonely and sad man. That was the punishment that was given to them by Oseplowa, the god of creation. Erima lived happily with her mother-in-law, Iruka. Iruka cherished her like the daughter that she never had, and her grandchildren, Ahamefula and Nneka. And she lived a very long life and died at a very ripe old age. That is the story, the true story of Obiozo, the son of the wind.